And in the 1970s, people like Margaret Mead, the famous cultural anthropologist, is going to talk about like Halloween had this like important socializing function for children at the turn of the century, and that it was this night for them to test the boundaries of adulthood and be able to kind of, transgress rules that they normally wouldn't have been able to define where those boundaries were. And by the time we get to Ronald Clark O'Brien in 1974, the holiday looks very different. This isn't kids going out. I mean, in the 1920s and 30s, trick or treat was not like an open sesame for Halloween candy. Like they would be given like pranks that they would go out and play on other people to get the actual candy, whether it was like, toilet paper in someone's yard or, the equivalent of that in today's. And it's interesting that by the time we get to the 70s, it's become this like holiday that's really about parental supervision, both with the candy, but also parents dressing up in adult costumes to go with their children on the holiday. The most popular Halloween costume in 1974 was Richard Nixon. And that's not because kids were wearing that. Kids were wearing Planet of the Apes and things like that. That's adults that are going out with them. And that's a dramatic shift just in the holiday itself.
Yeah. And I wonder if it connects back to that thing that that we were talking about before, that there's this sort of fear during that time of things like stranger danger, and this fear for children, and this sort of loss of trust that's happening within communities during that time.